The Museum by Mitos Micleusanu. Dear comrades, I take great pleasure in presenting to you our museum, our pride, the Temple of Time, as it is sometimes known. Please check your compulsory equipment one more time. Masks, filters, boots. I gave up wearing the equipment some time ago. I have become inured, and in my capacity as guide, I have to make myself clear, which would be more complicated from behind the mask, so please do not worry. As a hardened professional, I won't come to any harm. Now, please enter the first room. As you can see, here on the right are the corpses of those who wanted. On the left, we have the corpses of those who had. Here all around are the corpses of those who decided. Over there are the corpses of those who gave up. In the next room, step forward, please. Don't be afraid. Here we have the corpses of the subjugated. Next to them, the corpses of the subjugated. There on the right, the corpses of those on the left. On the left, the corpses of those on the right. On the steps, the corpses of those who tried. By the door, the corpses of those who tried with all their might. This way, please. Be careful. Try not to trip. Those are the corpses of the gentle. And there, the corpses of the brutish. No, over there's the Hall of Mirrors. Our corpses, as it were. And now this way. Please take great care. There are mounds of them, as you can see. The corpses of mothers, the corpses of sons, the corpses of brothers, sisters, grandchildren, grandparents, in-laws, cousins, brides, enemies, friends, householders, matrons, bakers, musicians, circus performers, reapers, teachers, heroes of the air, heroes of the waves, heroes of the rocks, heroes of the forests, grasses, flowers, snows, plains, leaves. Let us step this way. Take great care. The corpses of poets, the corpses of novelists, directors, screenwriters, actors, comedians, scientists, physicists, mathematicians, chemists, engineers, and here the corpses of laborers, grave diggers, miners, chauffeurs, crane drivers, tractor drivers, road sweepers, lathe operators, fishermen, foresters, locksmiths, cobblers, shop assistants. The trumpeters must be over there along with the musicians. It's obvious nobody has tidied up yet, and so here we see the corpses of sportsmen, the corpses of doctors. I don't know where they start and where they end. The surgeons are over there, the therapists that way, the psychologists too. And here we see the corpses of the philosophers. You can observe Nietzsche's hand beneath Kant's jaw, Schopenhauer's foot next to Marx's jaw, who in turn lies under the shriveled body of Hegel, and Heidegger, who has only just begun to rot, has his eyes open and does not seem at all worried. Nearby, we see the corpses of priests, monks, ascetics, hermits, and apprentices. The corpses of the saints and nuns must be around here somewhere, I don't know where, but let's continue on our way. Don't be afraid. Here we see the corpses of swans, the corpses of rabbits, fish, pigeons, bears, tigers, deer, sheep, dolphins. The whales are in the rooms downstairs. Here we see the corpses of snakes, rotten apples. I don't know what they're doing here. They're from the dead plants section, if you wish, in the adjoining room. There are dead fruit and decomposing legumes. I don't think they're of much interest. This way, please. Mind the hanged men, the suicides on the right, the executed on the right. Try not to trip over the electric chairs, as you can see. Here we have the corpses of thieves, thugs, rapists, murderers. Let us pause for a moment, as you can see. The murderers are arranged in a number of different mounds. The hunters there, the soldiers over there, the generals right here, the judges a little further up, the executioners and torturers are all in the same place. The serial killers are on the left. Here we see a mound of lawyers. Over there, a mound of snipers. I have no idea who is responsible for all this mess. But anyway, let's move on to the insects. Here's a room full of dead flies. Don't get bogged down. Over there are the maggots, the ticks and the cockroaches. Over here we have butterflies, ladybirds, bees, ants, all kinds of gnats, moths, crickets. Here a mound of mosquitoes, a mound of I don't know what. I can't believe it. An albatross. What is an albatross doing in here anyway? It doesn't matter. Let's continue on our way. Mind your feet. Here are some worms and snails. There are some starfish, jellyfish, and here, this way, please. Spiders, scorpions, and centipedes. Now please follow me. Here we have another room of mirrors. Our corpses, once again, are nothing out of the ordinary. Let's go upstairs. As you can see, the stairs are piled with corpses that have not yet been distributed, but they will be eventually. And here we have the next to last floor, a wonderful room. In the middle is a mound of important corpses, high dignitaries, governors, ministers, emperors, tyrants. That is Hitler, if I'm not mistaken. And underneath him, we can see Lenin. There are heaps of them here. You can have a rummage if you like. But I suggest we go up to the last floor. In fact, it is not the last. I believe they are still working on a mansard roof terrace, which is closed off for the time being. But here on the last floor, this way, please, it is the most wonderful of all the rooms. The Hermitage, the Louvre, the House of the People are, as you can see, mere communal barber shops or abandoned canteens in comparison. It will take us a little while to reach the center, where there is an enormous armchair. It is the only armchair here. This way, please. As you can see, the huge armchair is made of solid gold. Here sits the corpse of the devil. I wouldn't get too close if I were you, because this is no ordinary corpse, and we don't even know whether he is dead. Of course, we have never glimpsed any movement, so much as a twitch. It is cold in here, I'm afraid. Some of the guards and some of the cleaning women spread gossip about the devil's corpse, but I don't think it is worth taking any notice of. If you like, you can move closer, but I insist that you do not touch the exhibit. In a few weeks, they have promised to open up the final floor. It will probably be a wonderful roof terrace, a dead garden, so I believe, in the middle of which, as suggested by the late Nietzsche, if I am not mistaken... Madam, please do not touch the exhibit. I understand your excitement, but it is not allowed. And so, whoever wishes to may remain, but I am going downstairs to make some checks. I'll be back in no time.